Hello, Libra. Welcome to your weekly reading for April 15th to the 21st. This is for Libra and Libra rising, and we're going to jump right into it. Libra, first things first, I just have to say, change is the only constant in this world. Thank you, Heraclitus. It's definitely happening for you. Y'all are going through some big changes. I want you to know that we are still under the influence of the eclipse, okay? I know that happened April 8th, but oh my goodness, remember, they are cycles. I did a video, actually, a live stream on a little bit more about eclipses. I'll leave it at the end of this video if you want to know more, but this is a 19-year cycle. I mean, these are big. These are big. If you want to think about the last time you had an eclipse, this new moon total solar eclipse happened in Aries. It was April 8, 2005. Think about what was happening for you around that time, possibly something with partnerships and relationships. But either way, just know that the eclipses are pushing you in this new direction, in this new journey, this new cycle in your life, okay? And it definitely will likely have to do with partnerships, relationships, whether career, whether love, romance, wherever you're putting that energy. The other thing is, remember that Mars is still in Pisces this week, okay? Mars is still in Pisces with Saturn, with Neptune, all in your sixth house. So there could be some, especially coming after that Mars-Saturn conjunction, there could be some of y'all that are just maybe like a little like exhausted, okay? There may be a little bit of just like, Mars is energy and even physical energy. Sixth house is the house of health, wellness, fitness. So I want you to take it easy, all right? I want you to take it easy, and I want you to make sure that you don't get burnt out, because the sixth house is also everyday activities. So you could be doing a lot. You could be taking on a lot. There could be a lot happening for you, but use this energy, use the Mars energy toward your spirituality. Pisces is such a spiritual sign, so use it in terms of your intuition, using it toward, listening to your inner voice, being in touch with your higher self. That's going to do you so good right now. So really, really, really harness that energy. And even that eclipse, it was basically on top of Chiron, the wounded healer. So you could be healing from a lot of things right now too. But let's say, okay, so let's go ahead with this week. So the first half of the week, really nothing going on. You, however, may have a lot of focus and attention with friends, okay? Your social network, really good time for the first half of the week. And that's because the moon will be in Leo, and that is your 11th house, ruling your social network, groups you belong to, organizations you belong to. Could have a lot of emotional emphasis there, as well as your hopes and wishes and hopes and wishes and dreams, your future goals. That's all part of the 11th house, okay? All the major aspects are happening this weekend, including the huge Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. Libra, I hope you are here for it. And this is why I say you're going through a lot of changes, especially, when you think about all the signs, all 12 signs, this conjunction is happening in your 8th house of transformation and death and rebirth and life cycle. So yes, big changes. But before we even get there, I want you to mark the 19th on your calendar, okay? The 19th, April 19th, that's going to be Friday. That's when the sun moves into Taurus. And so when the sun is in Taurus, oh, that's nice. That's comfort. That's finding stability, finding comfort in stability, finding financial stability, comfort in financial stability, because, Taurus is the finance sign as well, right? So, but it's Venus ruled. Venus is the ruling planet for Taurus and you, okay? And so there is possibly going to be some focus on love, relationships, family, children as well. But there's, and creativity is going to be really big for you. But just know that this is a really, really, really good time to be grounded. Taurus is such an earth sign. In fact, literally, like their nature is very associated with Taurus. So go touch a tree, okay? one finger, whatever you want to do. Just touch a tree, connect with nature. But you may be focusing on everything that I just mentioned, basically. Now, the reason why this is such an important day, the sun is moving into Taurus. Taurus, as we know, rules your 8th house of everything that I just said, transformation. It's also intimacy. Okay, so there could be some focus on relationships for sure, especially coming after that eclipse that we had in Aries in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. Don't forget that Venus is still here too, okay? And Mercury is retrograde. So maybe former relationships or past relationships. Again, it can be career. It can be it's where what's happening in your life. All right. Now, but the reason why the 19th is such a significant day is because it's not just the sun moving into Taurus. It's the sun moving into Taurus with a bang, because Mercury will conjunct Venus this day. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is the Libras. Come on, Libra Nation. Y'all are social. This is the day to be social. Oh, this is a chef's kiss of a sign. Did I literally just did that, didn't I? Or of an aspect. This is really nice. Mercury conjuncting Venus, 2 inner planets. You were going to feel it, okay? Venus loves being social. Mercury, all about communication, okay? So really use this day to be very social, all right? And it could be a day where you just feel very compelling and people could be listening to you, and vice versa. You could be compelled by another person. But I really love this day. I really love this day because of this aspect. There could be a lot of people coming together right now, especially for you. Again, this Mercury and Venus, like I said, are in Aries, your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. So other people are involved in your life this week. Now, another reason why this day is really, really, really big is because Mars will sextile both Jupiter and Uranus. Now, wow. Okay. Wow. I get the wow. You get the wow. Jupiter, the planet of good fortune, good luck, prosperity, expansion, profit, wisdom, all that good stuff. All that good stuff. And Uranus, a planet of breakthroughs, surprises, and the unexpected. So Mars, this big fiery planet, like all about ambition and drive and, your passions. This is very, very auspicious. This is really nice. There's a very optimistic day. Think of everything that's happening this day. Very optimistic day. You could find yourself, your energy just really expanding around this time. You could find unexpected opportunities around this time as well. Could be happening for you. One thing that I want to bring to mind is that the 8th house also rules shared resources. 8th house involves other people, okay? It involves a lot of other people. And so shared resources, when I say that, it's inheritance, investments, bonuses, commissions, loans, paying off debts, maybe joining bank accounts with someone. There's something there, okay? There's something there, and you may feel something around this time over the weekend, but it definitely is something that I want you to, speaking of your transformation that you're going through, Mars sextiling Uranus alone is a great time to break out of patterns as well. So just remember that, okay? Remember that. Mars is, again, you could just feel wildly ambitious with what's happening on the 19th. Now, on the 20th, and again, remember, have that awareness too. Really trust your intuition. Really dive deep, okay? Because that's really going to help around this time, especially when Mercury is retrograde. And Mars, being in Pisces, Mars is like, in Pisces, and Mars is basically Mars cannot wait to move into Aries, which is going to happen next week. And when that happens, Mercury's no longer going to be retrograde, and you are going to feel this, Libra. You're going to feel it. Boom, 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 boom. You are on a mission. Now, on the 20th, Saturday, if you don't write this in your calendar, I'm coming over and I'm going to do it myself. Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. This is big. This is really big, okay? I've already explained what these two planets are. Now, conjunctions are very, very, very powerful. They're very highly charged. Now, how rare is this? The last time Jupiter and Uranus conjuncted in Taurus was 84 years ago. We're talking May 1941. This is happening in your 8th house. Libra, transformation. Death and rebirth. So when I say you're going through changes, you are going through personal transformation. Okay. Again, there could be something here with money. There definitely could be something here with money, shared resources. Like I said earlier, there could be something here with sex and intimacy as well. All right. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. This is a big time for you. And it is a rare aspect. Now, Jupiter and Uranus, they actually do conjunct every 13, 14 years. Okay. 14 years tops. But in a different sign. All right. So remember, and this is why I want you to take notes, because you can think about the last time Jupiter Uranus conjuncted. This was around January 2011. Now, they actually conjuncted in Aries. So now think about what happened for you around that time, the beginning of 2011. Again, with partnerships and relationships. So think around that time, okay? Think around that time. The next time Jupiter, Uranus are going to conjunct is 2037. So this is rare. Any aspect that happens once a decade, like this is rare, okay? This is rare. So it is the day of unexpected opportunities, breakthroughs, a lot of freedom here. All right. We're talking about Uranus that likes to be free. Uranus is a ruling planet for Aquarius. All right. So Aquarius loves their freedom. They have that rebellious energy to them. Just think like James Dean, very classic Aquarian, but this is a day where you could think really big. You could have epiphanies. You could have major milestones. And again, breakthroughs. You could even have some sort of awakening, breaking the mold, breaking the glass ceiling, whatever, this is a day. Okay. This is a day. Just remember, this is a big day and it's happening in Taurus. Remember that the fact that it's happening in Taurus, which I just said earlier is so grounded. So there's something rooting up for you around this time, something that brings you more comfort and stability. Now, remember, this is also a cycle. So we're having a cycle within a cycle. This is going to be big. This is going to be big. And you've already been feeling Jupiter, Uranus together already because, sure, the 20th is when they conjunct. Okay. But they've been slow dancing behind the scenes for some time. You may feel it now. Okay. You may be feeling it now. You may be feeling it, weeks after April 20th. All right. Because that's what they're doing. They're slow dancing behind the scenes. And then on the 20th is when they come out and they do their, it's Patrick Swayze and Jennifer Grey doing that flying dove dance at the end of Dirty Dancing, whatever it is, on stage in front of people. Boom. That is Jupiter's conjuncting. Okay. They nailed it. But it was just that's how it's going to feel. So, just be very open-minded this day. And just remember, this is a day of luck and it does happen in the finance sign too. So there, again, could be something around money here. All right. Now, you could also feel that rebellious side of Uranus too. I want you to keep that in mind. Here's the thing. When Uranus is conjuncting Jupiter, you have no idea what's going to happen. When I say luck and breakthroughs together, you have no idea what's going to happen, but there could be that rebellious side. So if anything does happen, know that it's more it's like a liberating way. Okay, remember it's freedom, all right? And it's almost like the universe looking down at you and saying, "We got you. What we're doing for you, just watch and see what happens. This is why we're doing it." And so it is. It's going to be really nice. Now, the reason why I'm saying that is because just the day after, on Sunday, this is when Sun squares Pluto. And so this is when you could feel a big squeeze. And this just happens to happen the day after Jupiter conjuncts Uranus. So you could feel a little bit of a squeeze to say, remember, squares are challenging aspects. All right. So keep that in mind. They could be a little bit of, and this is with Pluto. All right. This is with Pluto. Pluto is in Aquarius in your 5th house of love and relationships. Mm-hmm. And family and children, creativity, all right? Creativity, self-expression, procreation. So again, like something that may have to do with this intensity that involves like romance, but it is a day where there could be even like, when I say a squeeze, maybe even like a parental figure, an authority figure that you don't see eye to eye with. There's got to be something here. Every Libra is different. Every Libra is going to feel it a different way, but just remember, Pluto is also empowerment. So use this day day to feel empowered. All right. So, and remember that, on April 6th, we had Venus sextile Pluto. Next week, we're going to have Venus square Pluto. All right. So the planet of love squaring Pluto, which is intimacy, but also in your fifth house of love and pleasure. So again, you're feeling that Pluto energy all month, okay? You're feeling that Pluto energy all month. Just know this is a day where you may feel a little squeeze on Sunday. So with that said, let's get started. Okay, yeah, I think that's it. Libra, let's get started. See what's going on for you for April 15th to the 21st. Again, this is for Libra and Libra rising. And if you want to read for your moon, your Venus, all those other placements, you're absolutely welcome to, Libra. So let's do it. Let's see what's going on for you for April 15th to the 21st. Libra Nation. Rhythm Nation, Libra Nation, Rhythm Nation, Libra. I do a traditional cultic cross spread. Really does offer the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, we will pull clarifiers. Secondly, Libra, y'all are amazing. Y'all are awesome. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you're enjoying. I hope y'all saw the eclipse. Y'all see the eclipse? Oh yeah, this is gonna be a week for you. Oh Libra, this is gonna be a week. This is going to be a week. And there's probably a reason why I said, trust in what's happening for you. With Jupiter Uranus conjunction, because you could feel that rebellious side of Uranus coming out around this time. Remember, Uranus and Jupiter in your 8th house of transformation. The 8th house is really, really deep. And there's also like a big sense of mystery to it. And so I want you just to remember what I said earlier. Jupiter is also faith. You have to have faith in what's happening. You have to have faith in yourself as well. Okay. That's going to be a big takeaway this week. Okay. Because look at what's going on here. You've got a really, really big week, and you really have to know what you want. Otherwise, you're good. Otherwise, you're good. But Libra, you see that you got all court cards and major arcanas. When I say this is going to be a big week for you, this is going to be a big week for you. Other than the 7 of Cups that's in your challenge area, we'll talk about that. And interestingly, we do have that full moon in Scorpio next week. That's going to be in your 2nd house. We'll talk about that too, but getting that energy with this. Now, Queen of Swords. Hello. Hi. You're good. This is great. You're moving into this week with so much, it's almost like you're finding power, that empowerment that I was talking about. I mean, that is the Queen of Swords, right? She has all this power, all this, authority. She's sitting in this throne for a reason, okay? She's gone through it. She's gone through life. She's had every curveball thrown at her, but she's made it. Okay, she's made it, and she's sitting in this throne because she deserves to sit here. Okay, she's very fair, very just. She's Libra too. Queen of Swords is Libra. Okay, now very similar to the Justice card, by the way. You see her sword pointed straight to the sky. Okay, that's true perception. So moving into this week, have that true perception. And when I say that, be honest with yourself. Okay, be in a place where other people are honest with you, and anything that you're involved with, any circumstances. Seek the truth and the fairness in it. Find that fairness in it, and also that balance, but also don't let your emotions cloud your judgment at this point. Remember, Mercury is retrograde. Okay. Mercury is retrograde. So it's a time to reassess things and rethink things and reevaluate things. Just, move into this week being very headstrong, and that's going to help. Because you got the Tower in the heart of your spread. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people, when this card comes up, sure, when you look at it, it's very chaotic. There's a lot happening in this card. There's the lightning striking the crown off the Tower, people falling out of it. First things first, Libra. Okay, first things first. Don't fear this card. Don't fear this card. I know a lot of people build it up in terms of but listen, if you do fear this card, you're already building this blockage for yourself. You're already pulling yourself into that low energy frequency. Okay. Now, secondly, you don't want to fear this card is because the Tower moment, it doesn't happen to you. It happens for you. That's why I said earlier, have faith in what's happening for you. All right. What comes after the Tower? The Star, the card of healing and wisdom and the stars aligning for you. Okay. So really, really know that there is going to be something that happens this week where you could feel a little blindsided. Remember I said you don't know what happens with Jupiter and Uranus, right? With that conjunction. But it's favorable. That's the thing. It's very favorable. But some people can take it as like, oh my goodness, this happened. But remember what I said. Happens for you. Okay. Have faith in what's happening for you. And to be honest, if you look at your entire spread, it's almost like you do it, okay? It's almost like you bring it upon yourself and you want it. There may be something happening in your life where you have a lot of clarity now and you're like, okay, there's really no way to maneuver on this. I just have to burn it down and then build it up, all right? So here's the main takeaway, though. The main takeaway, really, again, spirituality, really trust, stay in tune, okay? Your intuitive side. Remember, I talked about Mars being in Pisces this week, all right? A very spiritual aspect. Mars being in Pisces. This card is attributed to Mars. And so just remember that anything that happens, that you see unfavorably in the moment, there may be something that happens this week. But a day after, 2 days after, a week after, maybe even 2 weeks, a month later, whatever it is when you realize, oh, actually, that was the best thing for me. That was the best thing for me. Okay. A good example is, I think I mentioned this in one of my bonus videos or whatever, but I gave an example as in there was this job that I really, 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 really wanted. And then ultimately, and I thought I was going to get it. I went through like 6 interviews. I thought I was going to get it and I didn't. And I felt like that was this huge tower moment. I was in a place where I was like, oh my gosh, there's, it really brought me down. But then it just not even like a month later, I ended up at my dream job. So if I had taken that other job, my dream job never would have come. Does that make sense? All right. So anyway, you get what's happening here. And you also have the 7 of Cups in your challenge area. 7 of Cups, interesting. Really just know what you want. Know what you want. And there may be a little bit of smoke and mirrors that's happening around this time. That's why you need to have that clarity with that Queen of Swords energy. Okay. Not letting your emotions cloud your judgment, but because there may be something that you may feel emotionally pulled toward, but it may not be the thing that is right for you. That's why you have to go within. You have to really know. You have to trust your instincts, okay? Your gut instincts, your third eye, right? Your pineal gland right here, your sixth sense. But so just know what you want, okay? Just know what you want. There could be a little bit of illusion with this card, and it can be something that may even cause the tower moment, something because you don't know which direction to go. And so it almost is, again, kind of like a relief. I mean, because look, you've got strength, you've got the world, you got the strength in your crown. This is absolutely amazing. This is absolutely amazing, all right? Strength, infinite possibilities comes with that strength, okay? Where does your strength come from? That inner courage? Your heart, okay? Really, really open up your heart. Really, really hold on to that energy of the strength card in your crown. It seems like that's what you want. You're really like this week, or like, I need to be strong about this. I need to be strong about this. Change that's happening in my life. Okay, remember I said you're going through a really big transformation. The very first thing that I told you is that change is the only constant in this world, and you got the world, all right, in the root of your spread, which is the end of the major arcanas. You see the dancing figure here. Be very proud of how far you've come, okay? Be very, through this whole journey, through the major arcanas, there's all the dualities, the ups and downs. Look at you. You made it to the end. And so you see the dancing figure inside the wreath, the garland here, shaped as a 0, referencing the Fool. So starting this new journey, you want it. You want it. You want it. All right? That's all you want. And you also got the King of Wands in your future. So, wow. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. It's almost like whatever happens this week leads you to be sitting in this throne. All right. Now the Wands, all about passion, your ideas, creativity, but work related too. If you're here for career, work, enterprise, and whatnot. But what is going to? This is really fiery. This is really fiery energy. Wands represent fire, right? So this is almost like epitome of fire, and just feel that fire inside you. This is someone who, this king, first of all, the fun king. We love this king. Very entrepreneurial too, especially if you are here for career. So you could be ascending in your career space or your profession, but big heart of transformation. You see the salamander at his feet, okay? You see the symbol of the Ouroboros in his throne, okay? I mean, when I say change is gonna be big for you, you've got not only, okay, so you see the hidden Ouroboros, the ribbons here in the garland, all right? Now, I'm gonna show you something else. The infinity symbol over her head, okay? Now the Ouroboros in his throne, all right? The unity of all things and change. And you're going through some big change. This is a big week of change. Find that strength to get through some things that may happen that you may find unfavorable in the moment, but they're the best things for you. The best things for you. Salamanders represent transformation as well. This is big. This is really big. What else was I going to point out? Oh, yeah. The fact that you have 3 Leo cards. Well, you see strength is attributed to Leo, right? I mean, obviously with a lion here, and then you have the 4 fixed signs in the world here. Leo is a fixed sign, okay? You see the lion here as well. So the Leo's here as well. And then the King of Wands is Leo. Very, very interesting. Leo rules your 11th house. Remember, I said the moon's going to be in Leo all the first 3 days of this week, okay? Your 11th house of your hopes, your wishes, and your dreams. Let's get to your stuff. Libra, come on. You're going some big changes, okay? You got some big changes ahead. Good changes. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me, I wore my yellow sweater for you, Libra Nation. And you know I love y'all. Oh, and yeah, you're good. You're fine. You're good. So what I was going to say earlier is that we are approaching that full moon in Scorpio next week, and it is a pretty emotional full moon. And Scorpio rules your second house. So second house is not only like self-worth and in self-value and all that comfort energy, right? What I said, feeling that comfort and stability as you move forward. So there is something coming to an end in that area because that's another cycle that we're moving into. Full moons culminate, and when something culminates, it's something new. But the 7 of Cups is attributed to Scorpio in your challenge area. So there could be something there. Second house is also money. Okay. So there could be something there. Really, there really got to be some work stuff here. Opportunities perhaps that open up, but you've got to know what you want. Now, hello, you got the 8 of Pentacles. All right. So this is really great. You got the 8 of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. Wow, look at you go. This is someone who's just really, really laser focused. All he wants to do is reach his legacy, get to the finish line. So keep going toward it. Okay, Libra, keep going toward it. Listen, you're about to hit the ground running toward the end. Like when we get to next week, when Mercury goes direct, when Mars moves into Aries, when May is, I think I mentioned this before, the best and luckiest month of 2024. So you see what's happening here. You're moving into that. Now you have the Knight of Pentacles in your external factors area. Yeah. Do you want stability? Yeah. Are you looking at that tower moment? That's going to bring it. Okay. It's going to bring it. Knight of Pentacles in your external factors area. This is someone who's sown his seeds. Okay. Reaping his rewards. It doesn't matter how long it takes. This is a patient knight. This knight is very patient. Knights are still active though, still take action. But this is someone who's in it to win it, okay? Someone very similar to the 8 of Pentacles, and they're actually coincidentally or incidentally both Virgo cards. Knight of Pentacles is Virgo too. And so really give it some thought in terms of what you want to have this like enduring, long-lasting, whether it's career, whether it's finances, financial stability, as I mentioned earlier, can be relationship. Pentacles are physical reality, okay? They're earthbound. So keep that in mind. Remember, you have a lot of activity happening in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships, but there could be someone coming through too, actually, with a knight here, someone coming through. Okay. Someone coming through for you. That's going to be very nice this week. You also have the 7 of swords. So, the biggest message coming through is kind of get out of your head if you feel like, oh, I don't want to do this, or I'm afraid of this because I feel like someone could do this to me, or just as long as you don't fear those things, you'll be fine. Okay, you'll be fine. This card is associated with like lying, cheating, stealing, and whatnot. So there could be some like fears around that, especially if you've have gotten out of a relationship, or if you're ending a relationship, or if one ends. But it's really just being honest with yourself. Again, you started off with the Queen of Swords. Now you have the 7 of swords, okay? So just be honest with yourself, okay? That's what's going to make all the difference here, all right? And I think that you will, because you got the Ace of Swords in your final outcome, all right? So this is amazing. This is amazing. Speaking of change, remember, I showed you have a lot of change happening here, a lot of change moving into stability. You got to work for it. You got to put action toward it, right? But the Ace of Swords, big card of change. Aces are change, okay? Swords are change. So a lot of change here, especially up here as well. The way that you see things, you could have this big, brilliant idea come to fruition. You could even make peace with people, that if there's been a tower moment, you do see the laurel wreath here. So there's this sense of peace that comes with the Ace of Swords, but there's a lot of power. There's a lot of power too, all right? So you have it in your final outcome. With great power comes great responsibility. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine because this is opening something, again, this new cycle, new chapter for you. You could even get some sort of contract, by the way. There could be, but you see how everything, this tower moment, just don't fear it. Something may happen. And again, every Libra is different. I say it all the time. You all have different birth charts. You all have different rising signs that makes you different from every other Libra in the world. Some of y'all may feel this tower moment like, 1 out of 10. Some of y'all may be wanting it and creating it yourself, because you're just like, I want this tower moment. And some of y'all may feel a little bit more, but just know, look at it. Look how good you are. Look how good you are after it. So this is a huge breakthrough. The Ace of Swords is a huge breakthrough. Remember, this is a big week of that with Jupiter and Uranus conjuncting. That's major breakthrough. Okay, major breakthrough. But you could be getting some big news too. But just know, this is really great. It really is about that truth too. Okay, it really is about that truth. So being honest with yourself and being honest with like a lot of the circumstances that are happening in your life, but you're good. You're good. Okay, Libra, thanks so much for tuning in. If you like this reading, would be great if you subscribe, leave comments, all that fun algorithm stuff. Next week, we will talk about that. The big full moon coming up, and then oh gosh, we have a lot of other things next week. Okay, we have a lot of stuff to talk about next week. Libra, thanks so much. I'll see you next week. Okay, bye-bye.